Stop trying to tuck your right arm in your golf swing. We've had some golfers come here for lessons recently at the Grand, trying to tuck that right arm in throughout, getting the club inside, and it's actually making them worse. In this video, we're going to show you why we don't like that. We're going to show you what you need to do, and we're going to give you 3 amazing drills to help you do that.
Definitely. Now, if you're serious about improving your game and you're not yet a subscriber, click the button down below to not miss our weekly videos. This topic, Pierce, crucial for the viewers today because so many golfers are coming to us and they're trying to get it in here, they're trying to get the club more inside, they see they're over the top, and it's making them worse.
And also, we're seeing a bit of content out there which is suggesting you should do that, which is, in our opinion, we shouldn't do it.
Let's talk about why we don't like it and talk about some of the issues that we see that it's causing.
This is what happens when a golfer tries to tuck this right arm in for us. This is what we're seeing. We start to see a body that doesn't really turn and doesn't really move. We see a left arm that gets sucked in to the body as well. So we get incredibly narrow backswings. We can see the hands are very close to my head. We hate seeing that. It makes sense that when you see the best golfers in the world that they're getting that right elbow in here. But if you're trying to get it from here, the reality is that when you put the power in, you're probably going to throw the club out in front of you like so. You're probably going to go wider on the way down, which means you're going to bottom out before the golf ball, terrible strikes, and zero chance of getting that compression when you're hitting the shots.
No compression from there at all. If you're seeing yourself, maybe you video yourself and you see having this early release, and you're trying to get this elbow tucked in, it is going to cause you to actually release it even more. So please stop doing that.
Stop trying to do that.
Now, one of the biggest differences that we see between amateurs and professionals is that on average, amateur golfers have more bend in the right arm in the backswing than the pros. So generally they're narrower and then wider, where the pros are wider then actually narrower. Now let's just talk about that right arm at the top of the swing piece here, because there's a little bit of confusion that they're trying to do this, but let's explain some of the things that maybe golfers are confused about.
Yeah, so what we would like to see is we just like to see this freedom between the back of the right arm and the body, and maybe if this right elbow pointed down towards the hip, this is going to make it a lot easier. As soon as we are here now, as I've already said, you've got this width, which then as you apply the force and power, you're now going to go into a more narrow downswing, and then from there, that's going to allow you to get that club shaft length forward and get that compression that you're after.
What we're seeing when golfers are trying to fold the right elbow or tuck it in at the top of the golf swing, it's almost glued to the body. This is not where you want to be, because golfers are then going, also, I'm trying to keep my left arm straight and the right arm tucked in, and they've got zero chance of that.
The only way you're going to do that is by creating a huge amount of wrist cock. And look at my right hand.
Yeah.
It's virtually being ripped off the golf club there, so this isn't going to work.
So we don't want this connected to the body. There's a little bit of freedom, as Piers is saying there in the backswing. That's just really nice for you to understand. That's going to help you create the width. The Athletic Motion Golf guys, Sean and Mike, have done a lot of testing on the right arm when it comes to pros versus amateurs. And then what they found out on average is that at the setup, amateur golfers are more straight, but then in the backswing, they go into a lot of bend really early, where the pros actually start with a little bit of bend, but maintain the width in that right arm for a lot longer in that backswing. Real key component in order to really start and can be able to get that compression in the shots.
The amount of golf swings I've seen where a golfer is almost trying to maybe be wide and then go narrow, or trying to be narrow and then going wide, and it's obviously a killer.
Okay, let's get into some drills then. These drills are really going to help you create some width. First one, Pierce, actually one that I've been doing recently, which I really like. Let's go through this one.
Yeah, it's a split grip drill. So it's pretty simple. All we do is you take your normal grip and then you split it and you get the index finger of your right hand, put it on the steel of the golf club like so. Make sure, obviously bearing in mind what we said about the right arm, because we've extended it down, it could go straighter. So you just need to make sure that it's softened off. So you can see I'm letting that flex a little bit. But then from there, I'm going to move the club with my torso, with my hips. I'm moving the club, so no independent hand action. This is me just moving the club so it gets past my thigh like so. And we can see the right arm is on top of the left. We've got great width there. If I were to carry on, then that width would obviously be there.
And show what it would look like if we bend that right arm early. We had a lesson earlier who was doing something very similar. Immediately sort of whipping that right arm sort of bent straight away.
Look at the turn that I've got here when I do that, and look what happens when I took that right arm in. I just destroy all that turn and take it away, and actually knocks it about 10 or 15 degrees off.
Such a key part, such a key part.
So then obviously you have that same feel when you put it into the shot.
Next drill.
Drill number 2 is a 90-90. We're going to get the golf club in your right hand, create about a 90-degree angle between the forearm and the bicep, and just put your lead hand underneath just to support it. So that's our first 90. You can see there in the right arm. The second 90 comes from the torso. So you can see I'm making sure I get a big turn with my body, big turn with the body, and again, I've got this beautiful width here at the top of my backswing. If I were just to simply from here, stop and then put my left hand on the golf club, I think we'd be pretty happy with that backswing. The lead arm is extended, the trail arm is tucked in, but it's got some width to it as well, which we obviously love.
I don't hear many golfers saying to me on the lesson tee, I'm trying to keep my right arm straighter in the golf swing. They're all telling me I wanted to keep the left arm straighter. The right arm is a key component to help that. Stand in the
wind
face.
here today, and I've hit a sandy divot. Lovely,
Okay.
right in the face.
Last drill, again, this is a drill from Sean Foley. Sean gave me this drill for me to do.
This drill for me to drill?
Yeah, talk through this one, Pete.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a combo from like a David Ledbetter drill as well. We get the golf club, we go very narrow with the arms, place it on the shoulder like so, and then from there we do a big wind up, good hip turn, good knee movement, good torso turn, and then from there, extend, okay? You can hit golf balls doing this as well. So get yourself set, drop it on the shoulder, turn wide, and then hold it, and then hit. It just gives this great sensation of, number one, knowing that you've got a good torso turn, and then number two, knowing you've got good width. And because you're holding it at the top, you can assess and make sure that that's exactly where you are.
Exactly. Don't rush it. I want you to make sure, take your time, turn to the top, and then just hang on for that split second. So hold it there and then go for us. Now, again, it's really going to help give you the feedback in order for you to go, yeah, okay, I feel that width now. You're going to hit some great shots from doing that as well. Just give that pause drill a go. Each one of those, I think, will really, really help.
Yeah, ultimately, you're practicing the movement and the positions, which is really important.
If you enjoyed this video, you will love this one right here. And don't forget to check out meandmygolf.com or simply download the Me and My Golf app for our best content. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you soon.